Welcome, everyone, to what is essentially, for me, redemption. Welcome to what is effectively my second Let's Play of Metroid Other M for Nintendo Wii, co-developed by Team Ninja, the guys who were kind of there for Ninja Gaiden, Dead or Alive, excuse me. And they also had a hand in Hyrule Warriors, too. So, why am I doing this game, you ask? Well, I have a couple reasons why, and I'm going to try and get to them as quick as I can before you guys go down to the unsubscribe button. Because I know some of you are trying to do that right now. Now that I got that out of my system, 1. Like I said earlier, this is a bit of a redemption. This is, however, not one of my remasters that I've talked about in my update videos. This is pretty much a remake. Now, if I was playing the unlockable hard mode of this game, which I just spoiled, if I was playing that, then it would count as a remaster, but I'm going to wait until my internet situation is a lot better and I am able to upload more videos. Because I just have a lot... I may have a little bit of a better upload speed now, but it's still not good enough to really handle being able to upload a lot of videos at one time, or do a lot of projects at one time. So I'm going to wait until I have a much better connection, a much better upload speed, before I do my remasters. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to do them on this channel, or if I'm going to start a new channel, or if I'm going to save those for streams, if I ever get around to that. Second, back when I first got this game and when I first did a Let's Play of the game, I did not know about the criticisms that this game got. And I really mean it. I had no idea a lot of people did not like this game, for a lot of the obvious reasons. I've dug into some of the behind-the-scenes stuff about it, trying to learn as much as I can about why things were done the way they were, and just how things were done, how they were... Sorry, I'm getting a little flustered. How, why, and all that kind of stuff. I want to try and create a bit of an air of understanding. I can't necessarily just convince people to stop hating the game. I can't, I'd love to, but unfortunately it's the internet, what can you do? But I want to try and create an air of understanding so a lot of you know precisely, or at least as to the best of my ability, what all went on behind the scenes and how things turned out the way they did, and why they turned out the way they did. And I guess finally, this is just to show that I really like this game. Enough that I'll do a second Let's Play of it to help people understand it better. Okay, so I'm going to go into this right away. I'm going with the default options. The only options you have are voice language and if subtitles are on or off, and I'm going to need them on just in case you guys can't hear all that well. And English, because that way I can understand what's going on, because I don't know any other languages. Alright, I think I've taken enough time to explain my reasonings behind this. Let's get into the game. Oh yeah, one other thing. There was also another hand in creating the game. A CG studio known as D-Rockets helped create all of the pre-rendered cutscenes for the game. So, you know, all the super HD cutscenes that we get in the game, all done by D-Rockets. And man, are they gorgeous. fact, this is one of them. There hasn't been any real reason as to why this cutscene happens the way it does. I don't know, and I just don't think about it. Anyway, now I'm gonna be quiet because, you know, the obvious reason.
Why am I still alive? The baby. Mother, time to go.
Okay, Samus. Everything's normal.
I awoke to the familiar voice of a quarantine officer.
Let's try sitting up, huh? Slowly now.
A dream. I had been reliving the tragic moments of my recent past. Thanks to the hyper beam, which was given to me somehow by the baby, I laid Mother Brain to waste. And the explosion that followed destroyed planet Zebes, along with the remains of Mother Brain, the space pirates, and my long-standing nemesis, Ridley, and the baby.
Come on, Samus. Let's go next door.
Right, let's get started.
Alright,
Ready for a quick test, Samus?
tutorial time.
Let's start with a little warm-up.
Probably the first time you'll ever get this
Try a charge
for,
beam for me.
for a Metroid game. Tutorials. That's gonna be a little hard for me to explain because the guy's gonna keep... He talks quite a bit. Just saying.
Sharp-looking charge beam, just the way I like it. Okay, morph ball next.
Okay, morph ball. Tutorials.
Go ahead and drop some bombs.
You know tutorials, you know this stuff already, but you kinda need to do it.
Get out of morph ball mode and return to normal. Perfect, Samus. Alright, stand in the middle of the room.
So effectively what this game is a third-person shooter. A 3D third-person shooter, which is a first for Metroid. And this is actually what kind of got me into the game in the first place. The fact that it was third person. Ah!
Surprised? From there, kick climb to work your way up.
And this time it's not an optional ability. It's required. In fact, quite a few of the abilities that you kind of got, like Shine Spark and that, they're now
Just like
required in
that,
this game.
Samus. Let's invite some of your pals.
Okay, basic combat. Just fire with your beam. Most of these little guys, they can be felled with just a couple shots.
Okay, looking good. Let's check your reaction time. Here come some beams. Dodge them.
Ah! And this is one of the big things about this game. The sense move.
Okay, those are the moves I remember.
I like the sense move. It is one of your best friends in this game. And I'm glad they put it in, too. It's really neat.
Nice. Remember how that feels. Next, how about a missile test? Use concentration to replenish your missile supply.
Also introduced in this game, and probably only for this game, this is your effective way of getting missiles. Because of this, however, you don't get drops at all from enemies.
One of your pesky buddies is lurking here somewhere. Find him for me, huh?
Alright, and now search view. Makes use of the Wii Remote's pointer, so you can look around.
Why not say hello with a missile?
Can do. Alternatively, I believe you can also use one. Come on, buddy.
Like you kicked him off.
And that is something you don't get to really... That's something you don't really get a tutorial for. Sense move
Good.
while you're in search view. And then also that. Another move exclusive to this game. Overblast. Try a shot, jump on the guy, boom!
Samus, now's your chance.
Go in, lethal strike. Very powerful. Usually kills anything in one hit.
How about you try using a power bomb? This area is well fortified, so don't hold back.
Only time you're really gonna be able to use this.
Allow adequate room around you during power bomb. Alright, Samus. That's it for the test. Looks like you took quite a bit of damage. It's unbelievable how well you've held up.
I wondered if this too was a result of the power the baby gave me.
Right. You're due in the meeting room. The big dogs are waiting. I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Not even a fragment. None of the baby remained on me. I knew it to be true, but still couldn't help looking at my palm for a sign. Never again would I encounter the baby. Never. The finality of it struck me once again. Mission completed. The planet Zebes was annihilated, and all Metroids were exterminated. A simple report, almost dull even, but it felt momentous to me. I don't know how much time passed since then. Days went by in their quiet way. and people's recollections of Metroids and space pirates grew nebulous over time, relegated to a past concern of the galactic communities. Nothing more than a faded memory. Codename Baby's Cry. A common SOS with the urgency of a baby crying. The nickname comes from the fact that the purpose of the signal is to draw attention. The signal was coming from a remote part of space. I altered the course of my ship as if this detour had already been part of my flight plan. Baby's Cry. It was as though it was crying specifically for me.
Alright, so I've got a brief bit of silence in, I got a brief... I can talk a little bit because no one's talking for right now, so I'm just gonna quickly get one of the big criticisms out of the way. And that's the narration and Samus's voice. Samus's voice was done by Jessica Martin in this game, and they kind of just went with her Smash Bros. Voice for Brawl and Smash 4. But anyway, the reason why Jessica Martin's narration is dull, emotionless, all that, this is actually a bit of a cultural issue. How that is in Japan is actually considered respectful, a sign of power, control. So this is more or less a bit of a cultural issue here. That's why the game was a bit more well received in Japan. But anyway, there's also one other thing. The reason it's like this is because pretty much everything in this game is going the way that the game's writer, Yoshio Sakamoto, had planned it. In fact, he wrote the entire story for this game. And after the game was released, of course, he didn't regret anything he did. I'm not sure if he does now, but I just want to quickly get out of the way. He wrote the entire game's plot. So, yeah. If there's anything in the story that kind of bugs you, just remember, one person wrote the entire freaking story for this game. Anyway, let's not keep you guys waiting. We need to examine stuff. If you find the thing, you'll see a reticle show up.
Galactic Federation, huh?
Now, just to quickly get the whole, I don't think I brought it up, but what I'm doing as well for this game, aside from creating an air of understanding, is I'm going to be what I consider half defending the game, and the one thing about the half defending is I can understand it if this is actually Samus talking, if they try to keep her about as emotionless as they can. I can understand that, but with the narration, I'm a bit half and half on it. I'll just keep it at that, okay? Alright. So, one of the big things about this game that I definitely do love, and I don't know if I'll be able to talk about it, because we're getting up on a cutscene again. Yeah, I'll talk later, after this is done.
Ah, fancy meeting you here, princess.
Remember me?
Anthony. There's only one person who calls me princess. And that person is Anthony Higgs of the Galactic Federation Army.
Haven't seen you since that last mission. Hey, and your buddy's here too.
Adam Malkovich, a general in the Galactic Federation Army. Not only a trusted confidant, but also my former superior officer. Yes, there was a time when I was enrolled in the Galactic Federation Army. And then I was young and inexperienced. As the result of a certain incident, I left Adam's command and set out on my path as a solitary bounty hunter.
What are you doing here?
The first words out of his mouth were typical coming from Adam. To answer his question, I recounted the details of what had brought me to this place, and then I asked what circumstances led the Federation here.
That information is not for an outsider.
The word he so obviously chose, outsider, pierced my heart.
Commander, we're all prepped.
No dice. I think our only option is to use the laser to slowly burn our way through. This is gonna take a while.
The electrical system here is out, and we can't get the barrier wall to open. We tried using explosives, but it's tricky to pull off without collateral damage. What we need is some way to focus the power onto one centralized location.
And another big reason why I like this game. Characters from Samus's past. Namely Anthony. I like him. He's a cool guy. Alright, so remember the whole missile play? Boom.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna go on ahead.
Adam hadn't authorized it, but I decided to remain on site for the sake of the others.
Okay, so we just lost our bombs and missiles, but for right now, we don't necessarily need them. But, you know, I wouldn't mind keeping them. Stupid wheel! Oh, a bunch of these guys. Get used to this a lot in this game. Because believe me, there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to get jumped. So as I was talking, one of the big reasons I like this game is it actually feels like Metroid. And I don't mean like how the Prime games worked. I mean like actual Metroid, like the 2D Metroid games that were brought into 3D. I definitely love that they made an attempt to kind of turn it into 3D. And I think they did pretty okay with that. Although, one of the big criticisms that this game did get is that the movement was actually very clunky, since you can only move in 8 directions. That's thanks to playing with the D-pad, because you play with the Wii Remote sideways, mostly. Really, a bunch of guys there. I hope this is not too dark for you guys, because this game does get pretty dark. If it is, though, I'm gonna up the brightness a little bit. And before I continue on, I'll go in here. Bathroom. And it's infested. Oh, that's not good. Especially considering at this point, I don't know how long Samus has been without a bathroom. She's probably got to pee pretty bad. Nah, she can hold it. She can hold it. She's got a bladder of steel. Probably a hidden benefit of having Chozo DNA. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. That was just locked. I don't know why, but that's to show you how to use terminals. Just go up to them. Go up to them, activate them automatically. I would go back, but I don't really have anything of mine, and yeah, it's still really dark in here. I hear guys up there. So... never mind. Okay, now we can't go back. We can only move forward. Bunch of gamers. Energy tank up there, we'll get that another time. Can't do it right now. God damn it, it's darkening. So anyway, as I was saying, this game definitely still feels like Metroid, even if it is 3D. But of course, I did say that the controls are a bit clunky. And then of course, search view. You can't exactly move during search view, and you don't get a proper tutorial on how to do the sense move while you are in search view, because you can do it, and it will be helpful, but it's really tricky to do. Oh wait, I think I remember this one. Yeah, I can't go that way because it preventing me from getting items until after I've, you know, gotten stuff. Should be almost there. Speaking of, I'm right here. Then of course Anthony, I really like him. He's an alright dude. And there's just something about him that really helps develop Samus's character, which is something they tried to do for this game. That's one of the big things they tried to do for this game, was kind of give Samus a set character, because Yoshio didn't really like that people had different representations of what Samus was like, and of course some of them are... you probably get the idea. Anyway, as much as I'd like to continue talking about all this, this has been going on for a while, so I'm going to stop here. And I actually have to do this. This is one little thing about the game that I can kind of complain about. Forced saves. This is the only way you can heal yourself in this game. Navigation boost. Well, that and one other method, but the main method is healing yourself in a navigation booth. Unfortunately, this is, while it is a full restoration of both your missiles and your health, it's auto. You also I'm getting flustered. You have to save here. That's what I'm trying to say. I would have liked if there was like an option to save instead, but this is also just forced saves. For Let's Players, can be troublesome if they don't know about the copy feature, which thankfully this game does have. Anyway, I'm kind of dragging this out. I think I've done enough. Next time, we're going to meet up with Adam and see what's going on in this place, because we don't know anything about what's going on, other than the fact that there was a distress signal. So, until next time, thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you wish to follow along with this and my other Let's Plays, please consider subscribing. If any concerns come up, I'll let you guys know my Twitter and additional info in the lower left box in the video and down in the description below. This has been Matt the Speedstar, aka the Game Rebel, and I will see you guys next time when we run through the next part of Metroid Other M.